Hey now, it's Little Paulette without the gang, and I am back with the recap of The Riches, Season 1, Episode 6, the season finale, and it's called Forgive Maybe, Forget Never. So, what y'all think about The Riches so far? This is it. It's only 6 episodes. I have no idea if it's coming back, but I really, really loved it, and I would love to hear some feedback on what you guys think about it. Let me know what episodes you like best, what characters you like best, what episodes you hate, what characters you hate, etc. And don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I don't know what's wrong with me. Share the video. Hit that bell if you want to be notified when my next video is coming out. All right, y'all? So let's get into it. Again, it's riches, forgive maybe, forget never. Y'all, we starting off with a bang. So Nina had picked Andre up, bailed him out of jail or whatever, and picked him up and brought him back to the house. And Simon and Davina was there, the girl that was, excuse me, set up to have stolen the money. And they explained to him everything that was going on or whatever. And basically, it's Gideon. And if y'all remember, I also was suspicious of Gideon. I said, I don't trust him. Something about Gideon. So I was suspicious of Gideon, Claudia, and Andre. But yeah, so it's Gideon. So they're setting up a plan to get the money and catch Gideon. And Andre tried to act all self-righteous, like he had options, like he ain't want to help until Simon reminded him that he ain't had no options. And Nina told him to take his black ass outside and deal with the British legal system if he wants to. He turned back around. Yeah. We see Miss Claudia sitting outside looking all sad, drinking. She been drinking. She been drinking. She get filthy when that liquor get into her. She been thinking. She been thinking. Yeah, y'all, she's sitting out there drinking. Her phone ring. She looks at the phone and then just puts it down like she's on a deck. Gets up and walks away, and the phone's just ringing, 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 ringing. I thought it was Andre, but it was Wanda. And Wanda's at the house. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. The kids had got that safe open and they found a life insurance policy worth £55 that's left to them and their mother. But I'm not sure if that's the most recent one or if that's the old one. So Wanda's trying to call her to tell her, and she's like scared, I guess, or she's just still sad because she found out that Wanda wasn't Richard's, Stephen Richards' daughter. So I don't know why she didn't pick up, but they trying to let her know. So they're all excited that they found the will, and then they say, "Well, we're gonna call Gideon. He'll know what to do." That's what Gus says. Oh my goodness. Now remember, Gideon is like the father's, I guess he was his lawyer at one time and trusted friend. So he runs out the room to go call Gideon, and Alesha goes to put the rest of the paperwork back in the safe, and she sees something taped to the top. She pulls the tape down, and it's an envelope. And the envelope, she opens it, and it says something about adoption of named child in your care. I paused the TV to see if I could read it, but only thing I could see is, "Dear Mr. Richards, further to our consultation, our conclusion is that your," and it's blurry, "blah, blah, 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 blah. English law is as she is no longer a minor. The term minor refers to a person who is," I don't know if it says under the age of 16, and I can't see the rest. And then it's blurred out. It says the definition under the births and something blurred out. We're not able to continue with the application. And then that's blurred out. Details have been handled. Something next 6 years. Blah, 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 blah. So it looks like he may have been trying to adopt Wanda, but she was already too old. I don't know. That's what it looks like. So they tell her to come on, and she just grabs the envelope and sticks it in her purse. So she's gonna read it later. Ooh, just get juicier, y'all. Just get juicier. So Simon asks Nina, "Do you think that Andre will find anything?" And she says, "If anybody has incentive, it's him." So they were talking or whatever, and he basically says that he wants to give her his shares because he don't really want it. She really wanted it, and she's like, "No, Dad left it to both of us." She ain't say that, but he left it to both of us. And he was like, "But he called you, like you really want it. Like I ain't really about this life, girl." Simon said he gets why she wants to do this. He said that she remembers him, but he doesn't. I guess Nina's older than him, and he said that she has always been so driven, and he knows that she was always trying to prove something to him, which is why she was like that. He said his life is with his husband in New York, and he's sorry. And Nina was like, "You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry, little bro." Simon said, "At least I'm not giving my shares to Mom." He's so silly. So I guess Alesha, she must have forgot that she had the envelope in her purse. She about to grab it out, y'all. She about to grab it. She about to grab it. Alesha read it, y'all. It was to adopt Wanda, and it said that she was too old. And Alesha was like, "What the f?" Y'all know what the rest of that is. Mr. Gus and Sasha's having breakfast. I guess they had an entanglement the night before. And her phone, I guess she gets like a text message, and it lights up, so the picture of the baby is on. I remember at the end of the last episode she said she had a baby, she had a kid. And he said, "What's her name?" And then she like makes the phone black again and says, "This is casual, you don't need to know her name." And he was like, "What if I want to make it more?" And then she was like, "We come as a package deal, so you can run if you want to run." You sound dumb. Why he asking stuff if he don't want to know more? He just said, "What if you want to make it more?" So why would you say you gotta be? It's a package deal. He knows that. That's why he said that. So if you want to run, you can run. Shut up. Stop it. Don't. Ugh. Shut up, Paulette. Shut up, Paulette. Gus said he ain't running anyway. So what's her name? She said her name is Leah. He talking about that's a good name. That's what y'all say in England. That's a good name. You don't say, "Oh, that's a pretty name." My people from the UK, or maybe whatever culture this is coming from, maybe Nigerian culture. Is that what y'all say? That's a good name when it's a girl's name and you like it? Or is that just a polite thing to say? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know. Somebody tell me why Simon is walking past me looking like he is a Amish, one of the black Amish. Can somebody tell me that? Or Old McDonald or Farmer Joe, or what's that man name working on the shift row? One of them. Yeah, so he looked all right. He just looked like he from another time, y'all. But I guess they had Gideon meet them up at the office, to play along with everything, and had him take some forms to have him file. Now remember, Gus supposedly had just called Gideon about this money, and Gideon didn't mention it to Nina and them. And I know he's a lawyer, but he's supposed to be closer to Nina and them and not really care for this other side. So you think he would mention it because it's their dad too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so here he go again because I guess he'll get some type of fee from it. The executor fee or something like that. I don't know. Yo, y'all. Um, Claudia went, I guess, to like a vacation house, and one of her neighbors came and came to say hi to her or whatever. And Claudia said she had to get away. Claudia's the stepmother, and the neighbor had brought her a tray of cookies, and Claudia was like, gardening with her plants. She was spraying weed killer and stuff like that on the plants. And what do they call that? Moving the dirt around in the ground, but she wasn't in the ground. She had pots. So the lady had took the top off of her cookies and showed her, and she was getting ready to grab one, and she like dust her hands off, and she was like, "No, you gotta wash your hands first." And she was like, "They call that the husband killer." And she was like, "It's got pesticides or whatever." And Claudia just kind of giggled, but her giggle was fake. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if that's what she used to kill Stephen Richards, that pesticide. I'm guessing that because anytime they tell you about something out of place in a show that's just, it seems out of place, it's a clue. So I'm guessing that that's what she was putting in his stuff when he said he knew somebody was trying to kill him. That's what it was. She was putting that pesticide in his stuff. Claudia killed him. So Maureen comes to give Nina her resignation. Nina says, "Why now?" And she says, "I promised to only help you set up for a couple of months and I'm out." And Nina was like, "Secretary, keeper of secrets. What other secrets do you have?" And, Maureen was like, "Well, I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't, if I wasn't discreet." And she said, Nina asked her, why did Gideon and the dad fall out? And she said, "From what I know, it has something to do with Claudia and Emily." And she's like, "Who's that?" And Maureen said, "That's Gideon's wife." And she said that Gideon's wife didn't feel like Stephen gave him the respect that he deserved for what he did. And she was like, "Oh, okay, I see." And she said that she lost a child a few years back and she was never the same again. And then she had that look on her face like the wheels was turning. The wheels was a turning, she got an idea. Girl, that ain't no song I ever heard of. I don't know why I just made that up, but it just came to me. I'm a fake ass songwriter in my mind. Nina told Maureen that she gonna find out every single person that had a hand in the embezzlement. Maureen said, "I have no doubt you're like your father in that way, and he never let anything go." And she's like, "My resignation," smiled, and walked off. She like, "Girl, I ain't take that money, so you gonna find whoever it is and lock their asses up, because it wasn't me. And I ain't going to the pokey for nobody. Your daddy left me, what he leave her? 100? What did he leave her? Was it 100 pounds? 100 million pounds? Maybe it's 30 million pounds, something like that. He left her way more than enough. I take that. And she old too. She good. Like regardless, she good. The only way she ain't good is if somebody swindles her out of that money. Cause she'd be a fool if she pay off all her debts. I'll be shopping, shopping and traveling. Gus is on the phone with his mother. So they finally reach Claudia, and she's excited when Alesha walks in and she lets her know that she knows the good news and don't worry, everything is sorted now. And Alesha asks Gus, have he seen Nina and she said Nina and Andre? Maybe she said Nina and Andre. And she was like, something's up because she blindsided us with Andre getting arrested. And he just started laughing, like, no, ain't nothing up. Like, it is what it is. But, she knows about the secret adoption. So she still got that stunned look on her face, like she just can't believe it. Child, Alicia then called her mother and told her about the adoption papers. And she was drinking something. She dropped that drink. She said some papers about Wanda. Why was dad trying to adopt her? Drink fell, glass shattered everywhere. She said, "Who is Wanda's dad?" She said, "Shut up, shh. I'm sorry. I'm coming home now. I'll explain," and hung up. Because remember, she had the little vacation house. Yeah. Uh-oh. I wonder what's going to happen with this. Because if she don't hold a secret over her head, but then even if she don't hold a secret over her head, Wanda is not going to mess with her because she going to find out that her mother been lying to her about who her father is and that this rich man is not really her father. And I wonder, is the money left to her in the will as well? I guess so, because he loved her and he wanted to adopt her, and she was the daddy's girl out of all the kids. So, and he knew she wasn't even his. I feel bad for Wanda now. I'm sorry I called you a little daddy's girl. I mean, you still are a spoiled brat daddy's girl. I ain't sorry. That's a lot. No, I'm not. I still feel bad for you though. Simon goes back to the office. Nina and Andre start looking at Emily and Gideon's stuff, tracking down all these different companies that he been embezzling under. And when they leave, they're saying bye. And, she's telling him to call her. Alesha comes around the corner and sees them talking and calls Gideon and tells Gideon that something is happening with Nina and Andre. This damn girl. See, in a way, Simon was right. Simon had told Nina that we should tell the siblings, and she was like, no, they're a loose cannon. In a way, you should, but in a way, you shouldn't, like, because you don't know, they're not trustworthy. But then if they were trustworthy and you told them, then she wouldn't be calling Gideon. But they're really not. Gus and um, Alesha are not trustworthy. But it seems like Wanda is the one that's the most trustworthy. Sad but true. Seems like it anyway. Claudia had the nerve to call Nina and tell her that she gonna have to call Alicia and tell her not to tell Wanda about the adoption and stuff. Telling her that she found the papers. Nina was like, I got work to do. That ain't my problem. So like, if you want to run the company, she's like, nah, I got work to do. Cause two fingers. Gus came in looking for Nina, and Simon was in the office, and he was looking on an iPad or some type of tablet, and it looked like it was like a dating site with all women. And Gus says, "What you looking at, women?" And he's like, "Well, it's not what you think." He was like, "I'm getting ready to start a family." So we looking for an egg donor, and Gus is like, oh, there would be a website for that. So he was like, this is big, like, you're about to be a father. He's like, we gotta get some cigars or something. And Simon looks so scared. He's like, yeah, yeah, like, yep, we gotta do that. Like, that's cute. But he looks like terrified while he's talking about it. And then, they have like this really nice, tender, brotherly moment. And Gus says dad always wanted grandchildren and how he would be so happy for him. And he was like, wow, he did. Like, that's dope. He don't say it, but he has the look in his eye like, that's nice. Alicia comes strolling her behind in the office in the middle of the day, and Nina's sitting at her desk, and she come in with an attitude, and she's like, basically, what do you want? And Nina's like, your mom called me. She was like, give me that paperwork. She was like, you're not gonna lecture me. I'm not giving it to you, and you're blackmailing my mother, and blah 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 blah. Nina was like, I don't got time for this. Give me the paper. Yes. She was a big sister or whatever. And she was like, no, she's like, we want to talk about the business. We can talk about the business through our lawyers. And Nina was like, yeah, lawyers. You called Gideon? And she was like, yes. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like, what? And she's like, Gideon is the thief. And she was like, you were colluding with the enemy. That's what she said first. You were colluding with the enemy. And she was like, no, we had to set it up like that to make it look like that so Gideon can get comfortable. And she was like, oh my God. So Nina takes out her phone. She calls Andre and says he knows. And then Alicia says, what happens now? Looking all puppy dogged in the face. And then Nina says, Gideon erases his tracks and gets away with everything, including all of our money. And then she just want to look like she want to cry now. Just like your damn mama. You cannot be trusted. What is wrong with y'all? Why would you go to your sister? Why wouldn't you ask your sister what was going on when she been the one having your back all this time? It's you that was doing stuff on her, not the other way around. You're the shady one. You flipped the script on her. She didn't flip the script on you. It's funny how people flip the script on you and then act like you did it to them. Ugh, they act just like their mother. Shady boots. Shady boots. Like Quad. So they have all the children in the room. You know, with Andre and Gus said he don't believe it, he ain't buying it because Gideon part of the family and how could he do that to us? And Wanda, oh, he's part of the family. I mean, not Wanda, Alesha. He's part of the family. And then Nina said, that's what they do. They smile in your face while they stabbing you in your back. That's what they do when they taking your stuff. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Shoot, and Andre say, I'm the one looking at jail time. Shoot. Gus said, cry me a river. If you would have did your job, we wouldn't be worried about this right now. Because remember I told y'all, he is the chief financial officer, CFO. So he should know every penny going in and out of the company. But when he found these accounts a little while ago, a few minutes ago, he said they were buried where Gideon had sold some of the trademarks to the company to another company that he made up, and then he had their company leasing their own trademarks, so they was paying him to use their own trademarks, and he had it buried under all these different companies or something like that. Child, I don't know. Yo, why Andre jump up and said, I'm not an employee right now. I'll beat your ass. He said, come on, bitch. He said, come on so I can beat you down like the bitch that you are. Come on, I dare you. But Gus wasn't backing down. He was coming too. He was like, all right, I'm coming, I'm coming. And Wanda was holding the back away. He wasn't really, neither one of them was really trying to fight. I mean, if anybody was trying to fight, it was definitely Andre because Gus been getting like always having something messed up to say. He always getting smart. He's the daddy's son. Andre been messing with his mom, and when he found out he was messing with his mom, he really started treating him bad. You know what I'm saying? And when he did say something back to him, the mother said something to him. So now it's his time to get in that ass. Like, yeah, I ain't no employee now. No. You want some of this? No. I don't think you want none of this. No. Nah, he ain't want none of that. So Wanda said, like, he got our information. Now he got her life insurance information, and he's gonna get away with our money. And Nina was like, he can't get away with your life insurance. He can't do nothing with that or whatever. And she was like, basically, it's thanks to you not being honest with us, Nina. And then she was like, she told her about the life insurance policy, how he can't really do anything with that. But she's like, I should have been honest with you guys about Gideon. And then they put the camera on Alicia's face. Child, bye. You still shouldn't have called and said it's something going on with Andre and Nina. You should have talked to your sister first. Punk ass. They are looking at Nina with this desperate look in her eyes, and she's like, would y'all all stop looking at me like that? You know what? Everyone out. These mugs is like, we ain't going nowhere. They start settling down in their seats more like, mm-mm. She said, fine. No, first Simon said, you heard my sister, everybody get out of her house. And they was like, mm-mm, we ain't going nowhere. They ain't say it, but they just sat down, like, mm-mm, we ain't going nowhere. Nina said, fine, I'll leave. So she left outside to clear her head. There are a trip. Little Nina's up in the house. Nina went to go take a swim. She was swimming her butt off, y'all. She was like Michael Phelps up in that mug. Let me stop. But they show that she has like an illusion, I guess. I don't know what they call it. They show the dad walking by, like smiling at her, like, yeah, shaking his head. I think he pointed his finger at her. He had on like swimming trunks. But when she turned around, he was gone. So I don't know if he's saying, yeah, because you found out it was Gideon, or I don't know what that was about. But next thing you know, they show her back at the house, like taking off her shoes. So she comes in, and Simon runs up to her and tells her that they found something. They show her all this evidence, all this different stuff that really points back to Gideon or whatever. And then Andre starts yelling that they need to go to the police. And Nina's like, no, they got to get the money back first because the money's going to disappear. And he's like, no, F that. I need to clear my name or whatever. And she's like, no, we got to figure out a way. And he's all going crazy. And Simon's like, yeah, I understand, Dre. And then he like taps him on his shoulder. And he's like, but check your tone, Dre. And Dre just looks up like, what? I noticed. Like it's so funny, like how Simon checked him. Like it was just gorgeous. Like, yeah, I might be gay, but you're not gonna be sitting up here yelling at my sister in front of me, bro. Not today. No. Okay. So Nina said, what will it take to get the money back? And he's like, forget it. And she's like, I'm asking you, what will it take to get the money back? A hustler never sleeps, right? So he's just like, okay, what's the game plan? What? What did you ask for? Like, or are they gonna show it later? Like, ugh. Ooh, child. So Nina and Andre and Robbie look like at some type of private supper club, and Andre says, this is how the other half lives. And Nina says something like, you know what I love about England? There's nothing that you can't steal if you have the right accent. So they go inside and this little, excuse me, y'all, this little white, I don't know if he was like the maitre d', he comes running up to her, to them, and says, this is a private club or something like that, private establishment. And he was like, you're not on the list. And Nina was like, I checked that list again. So you don't want to get called discrimination against black people or something like that, getting discriminated against black people. And he was just looking with his mouth open like, oh snap. And then she just handed him her coat and kept on walking up the stairs. Came inside this room where all these white men, old white men, were sitting in there eating. It wasn't no women, just old white men, no black men, no nothing else. And they all look old. Gideon looked like the youngest one there. And if you watch it, you know Gideon ain't young. Is Gideon on that? I need a picture of Gideon. I need to find a picture of him. But so he's sitting at the table by himself and he's eating and they come in and they standing there and he's just like, oh, why didn't you call? And Nina's like, well, this is, this is best handled face to face. And he's like, what? Like looking all surprised, like he don't know what's going on, knowing he done stole them people money and that he had the nerve to say to Andre when he walked up to the table, oh, Andre, you're out. Yeah, smiling. Andre, you're out. He did kind of look nervous though, so I don't know. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Cause like I always tell y'all, I watch this as I'm doing a review, cause this is too long. I can't remember all this stuff. Plus, I smoke, so I don't remember stuff. Nina said to Gideon, "This is your club, right?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" She said, "I just want you to understand that this is your territory." And then Andre says, "Oh, Yin, hold this." Gideon started blinking, looking like he was about to choke. Who? You know who, Gideon. You just told on yourself. That's your tell. That is your tell. Lord, they got him. Remember, um, Maureen said that Gideon's wife lost a baby. Well, she said a child. Um, and after that, she was never the same. Well, the company is called OEM. That he, one of the companies that he been stealing, under under the name he been stealing under. And the little boy's name was Oliver Ethan something like that. Oliver Ethan Martin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oliver Ethan Martin. I think he was like 11 when he died. And Gideon face just changed. I think he took his glasses off. And Nina's like, yo, he been running a successful company with your son's name. Like, what's up? Yeah, and that successful company been laundering money from Flair Glory. Hmm. Child, 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 child. Got the dead son laundering money under the damn company Flair Glory. So she was like, he must be very astute, an astute businessman, or you're more disgusting than I thought. You know what Gideon had the nerve to say? You can't prove anything. Man, it would have took my, I'm sorry, I would have beat his ass. He done stole like millions of dollars from my company. I would have beat his ass. I don't care. I don't care about going to jail or whatever because I got millions already. So I would have beat his ass and took that charge. Honey, it would have took all them white men to get me off of him. All of them. Including Black Andre. It would have took all of them. Gideon started looking all scared, looking around, looking all embarrassed and stuff. And shoot. Nina said, not yet, I can't prove it. And Andre said, basic rule, pay your taxes, even on your stolen assets. Gideon started looking real scared. He looking around still, looking all scared, like, yeah, you're right. I should have paid my taxes. So they can get him on tax evasion, I guess. They're trying to blackmail him. Andre said, we got a one-time offer for you, and you got to the end of the day, or the force is gonna be at your door. Gideon little fat cheeks was trembling. He looked scared. He looked scared, y'all. He looked scared. Y'all, he looked scared. Nina said it's only a matter of time. Gideon said, if you could prove anything, you wouldn't be sitting here. Nina said, I just want the money back. And Gideon, you're a smart man. You know that it's only going to be a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Don't know what that song is, y'all. Another song I just made up to the melody in the song. Yeah, child, like I could sing. But anyway, they show the brothers and sisters back at the office waiting, like, anything from Nina? Anything? And then Claudia walks in, anything? And they like, no, ma. So everybody waiting to hear back from Nina. Did she get it? Did she get, Gus to do it? My bad, not Gus. Gideon. Did she get Gideon to do it? So Gus is like, he's gonna get away with it. And Simon's like, Nina won't let that happen. She's super Nina. It'd be like that with the oldest in the family. They be like, shit, ain't nothing gonna hold my older brother or my older sister down. Like, they always got me. They always got us. They strong. But y'all better check on us older brothers and sisters, because we don't be wanting to be strong all the time. We strong because we have to be. Child. But I digress. So, Andre shows him some proof. He has more paperwork. He shows Gideon the proof. Gideon gonna have the nerve to start blaming the father, Stephen Richards. He gonna say, this didn't have to happen. They pushed me out. And then Nina said, bull crap. But she ain't say crap. You were skimming off the top before he pushed you out. And he was like, you know how he is. You know how he abandons people. Like trying to play on her attentions. Okay, he abandoned her. He ain't abandoned you, bro. You was in there doing something, and you probably thought it was because of Claudia that you got fired, but because he was your friend, he probably let you think that, but you probably got fired because he had a suspicion that you was stealing from his ass and he was hurt. Punk ass. Child, Andre just keep dropping dates and amounts. He just going down the list. February 17, 2017, 2 million. On February 22nd, 2 acres of land. Gideon just swallowing, looking all scared. We can come to an agreement. Then it said there is only one agreement, and I want full restitution of my money. No. How about that? No. You talking about some agreement? You didn't stole my money, my family money. Man, if you don't get your white privilege ass up out of here with that mess, that's some privilege. You gonna say that if you didn't stole millions of dollars from my company, we can come to an agreement. Like, you got a choice. Hmm. He might be the number one male Karen in the world for that statement, y'all. Nina says she want cash, property, Bitcoin, whatever. Give me my money. She not playing. She want all of her money. All of it. He looking all around, looking all anxious, like, I don't know, I'll be able to do. Yeah, you better figure it out. He had the nerve to say, I can't get that all together in one day. Nina said, you better try. She's like, don't play with me. And he gonna say, and the police? Looking all scared. Like, are you gonna call the police on me? Please don't call the popo. I don't want you to call the popo. Oh, now you want to get scared. After you stole millions and millions of dollars, now you want to get scared? The right white privilege of caucasity of him. Nina said this conversation is wholly unconnected to any future charges or anything. I don't really understand that. And then Andre said, we're not falling for that. We're not going to be trapped into some blackmail or something. What does that mean, y'all? Anybody in the comments? Because Gideon was looking like, damn, they didn't fall for it. Like, shit, like, I don't know. I'm confused, y'all. Andre said, or extortion. And so Nina was like, pay us or don't pay us. Like I said, this is your territory. You're free to leave. I just hope your wife is okay. Gideon looked up like, my wife? Like, Spooky Dooby dog. Them ears like a dog. He looked up, honey. Like, you talking about my wife now? Child, the people in the restaurant keep looking up like, oh, shoot, every time they hear them say something. So Gideon gonna say, I built that company from the ground up or something. Nina said, I love a white savior. White man look that's sitting over there drinking some tea. He looked up like, oh shit. Yes, Nina is the business show. I love her. She said, I love a white savior because like I said, I knew he was the Karen slash Kens of Karen Kens. Yeah. The, the caucasity. It's just the caucasity for me, y'all. You built the company up. You built a black owned company up with everything black in it. You did that up from the bottom floor. The lawyer of the owner of the company. What is wrong with y'all? Why y'all always trying to steal every damn thing we do? If we invented coughing, you be stealing that too. No, we was coughing first. The first cougher was named Mr. James Smith. He was from England. That's what y'all be saying. That's exactly what y'all will be saying. Sick. But while we talking about it, did you know that a black man invented the toilet, the internet? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all some other stuff too. Nina said, my family built that company and you stole from us. You unjustly took our took our ish, and now you got caught. And he looking around like, oh my God, they can hear you. You know everybody listening. You stole that, knuckle. What Ray Charles' mama say? Scratch a lie, find a thief. Hmm. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Did she lie? Nope. Nina said, time's up, Gideon. What's it gonna be? Like Janet said, what's it gonna be, baby? Yes, 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 yes. So they have the brothers and sisters sitting at the computers waiting to hear back from Nina at the laptops or whatever, the pet tablets. They all sitting in the boardroom together, and then they like, oh my God, nothing, nothing. And Wanda's like, let's just call. And then they see, Simon's like, wait, and then you hear ding, 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 and you just see all the accounts just filling up with 25 something. It was either 250 pounds, 250,000 pounds, or 25,000 pounds, like over and over again, and different amounts. And then they were like, yes, just keep filling up, just keep filling up. And then they cut to Nina and Andre leaving out the door, and Gideon comes behind them asking about the paper trail, basically saying like, how do I know you're going to use it against me? Andre like, shit, you don't know. Nina said, you trying to destroy my company. And he was like, you'll get all the money back soon. And then he was like, you just got to give me some assurances. And he had the nerve to say, you got to give me some assurances. And Nina was like, for the last 6 months of my father's life, he was frantically trying to unravel the mess that you did. Like basically, shoot, if Claudia didn't kill him, you would have killed him from the stress. He was worried about it. That's why he called Nina and said somebody was trying to do something with the company on the first episode, right before he died. He died that same damn night. Like, shit, I don't even know how many minutes later. Nina said it killed him, and you don't need to live in peace, Gideon. And her Andre bounced. Bye bye. Nina and Andre got in the cab, and Nina was like, you were good in there, but let me be clear. If you ever try to backdoor me, decimate me, or something like that, I guess she said she'll decimate his ass if he ever try to whatever he tried to, I guess, do some type of backdoor deal behind her back or whatever. She don't play. Go Nina, go Nina, go, go Nina. Nina says she'll decimate him and enjoy doing it. Loud and clear? Can I tell you Nina was the ish? So now they're back at the office. They're pouring champagne. It looks like a nice office party with elevator music. And you see the brothers and sisters and Claudia. They all laughing and smiling and, drinking the bubbly up. So Claudia whispers to Augustus, Mr. Gus, that she's going to thank Nina. She stands up and she takes her fork and clings it on the champagne glass and she thanks Andre and she thanks Nina and they all cheer to them. So nice, a nice tender moment. My bad. So Claudia toasts and says that she always said they were better together. And she was like, Nina, Simon, she held her glass up or whatever. And Alesha said, Mom, when have you ever said that? And Claudia was like, like button it, like hush, girl. And they all start laughing. And then Wanda looks through the glass and she said, Isn't that? And then Nina and Simon turn around and say, Mom. And then they show the mother, and she looked like a chunkier Florida Evans with her head wrap on. When Florida had her head wrap on, when eBay was there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all old heads. When eBay came, Florida had that head wrap on. Also, when she was in the Mighty Quinn, did she have a head wrap on in the Mighty Quinn? I think she did when she was like the voodoo lady. But anyway, when she had that head wrap on, she looked like Florida a little bit. And then they went out there, and the mother was like jealous because she saw them all, talking to Claudia or whatever. And they was like, Mom, it's just a toast. She was a little jealous or whatever. She was like, I never wanted this for you. And then it was like, did he always support us? She was like, no, up until like 10 years. 10 years later, then his cousin contacted me talking about he want to give us money. So then Simon, he said it in, I guess, whatever Nigerians speak. What do Nigerians speak? Swahili? Whatever the language was, he said to the mom. She's she repeated it in English and she said, "So you wanted me to tell you he's sending me money, but he don't want to see you?" And then they got quiet. Pretty sad. Dusty's all over the world. Mm, mm, mm. It's kind of like the Soul Train thing. You know how to say people all over the world, but it's Dusty's all over the world. Stupid, y'all. I'm silly as hell. Do y'all remember? I think it was the first episode, maybe the second episode, when the mother said Wahala. She just said it again. She said she never wanted any of this Wahala for you. What does Wahala mean, y'all? Who is Nigerian that watches this? Please tell me what Wahala means. Thank you. Because I know I can Google it, but I'd rather hear it from like a real Nigerian or someone who knows, about Nigerian things that could tell me. I appreciate it, y'all. So Nina said, when did you start buying shares of Flair? And the mother said, Oyin. Oh my God, y'all know I love Oyin handmade here in Maryland. They made here in Maryland. It's a natural company. I used to buy the hair products back in the day. I haven't bought it because I don't wear my hair like that anymore. But anyway, Oyin said that one of the father's cousins came to her to sell the shares because he needed money. So that's how she ended up getting them. And Nina said, You voted with her. And she said, To get y'all out of here, get y'all away from all of this. Mama said, I wanted you to come home. But she said, I could see that I'm too late. I made a good life for you guys in America. She looked so sad. Nina looked like, oh, Mom. Nina said, a great life, Mom. And the mother said, but you are still staying here. And Nina shook her head, yeah. And then she did, that thing they do. I love that. And then she said, you were always so much like him. Oh, well. Like she know, and she ain't gonna be able to change her mind because Nina's just like her dad, Steven Richards. I love this show. I hope they make season 2. Please do it. Andre come walking down the hall, back in the company, and Maureen is smiling. I guess it's her last day. And she says, hey, Andre, company director, huh? You did? I think she basically said you made out well for yourself, after everything. And then he said, I didn't think you cared since you're leaving. And she was like, I should have left a long time ago, shoot. So they cut to the grave, and Nina and Simon are visiting the dad. And Simon's like, you think mom will ever forgive dad? And Nina's like, mom, forgive maybe, forget never. Simon says, is this closure? Nina said, we don't do closure. Lifelong family feuds, generational trauma. Simon said, the African way. And Nina just whispers, right. And Simon just turns around and, switches around and says, that's enough of that. And just walks away, kind of switches away. Because he's very feminine. And Nina's left standing at the grave. She told her father she wished she had known him. Gus, Wanda, Alesha, the brothers and sisters are at the club, and Gus has the girl Sasha there, and they making out, and the sisters are like, ugh, 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 turn it down. Oh my goodness, y'all. So, Claudia's in the house, and she hears a noise, and her front door is open, and then they show like a blurred out figure behind her, and it looks like Gideon. Oh goodness. He must be coming there to do something to her. All the kids are at the club. Remember now, y'all. Poor Claudia. And Wanda talking about they gonna have to watch him with Gus with Sasha because she got a kid, and you know how he get about girls, like basically fall in love easy. I guess they mean. Too cute. Oh goodness. So Wanda makes up with Alesha, saying that their mom and dad used to pit them against each other, divide and conquer, but they don't have to act like that. And then she says to her sister, "No more secrets." And they kind of toast, and but Alesha looks so like, because Alesha knows about her not being the father's daughter, and she's like, "No more secrets," but she looks sick to her stomach. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared, y'all. Sasha is dancing in the club. She says she gotta go to the bathroom. She go down these steps, and that white cop grabs her, and she's supposed to be going to the bathroom, but it looked like some uh, brick steps. She got to go down a lot, like she's outside. So he grabs her and tells her, let's talk about your boyfriend. He's been giving me trouble. And he grabs her. And then it cuts to, you know, Claudia in the house and Gideon is in there. She tells him to get out of her house. Y'all, my heart is pumping. I'm so scared for both of them. Gideon say, are you frightened? She said, of you? He said, you should be. And she was like, you stole the money. They have the proof. You're not putting a damn thing on me. But guess what he started talking about? That heart attack. Hmm. Hmm. Who I said did that? Miss Claudia. Gideon said, you think you got away with it. That heart attack, very convenient. She said, cancer patients have heart attacks. He said, cancer patients getting treatment have heart attacks. Gideon said he never started treatment. It was nothing natural or normal about the way he died. You helped him along. Claudia said, you're a joke. He started laughing. She said, "You crazy." He said, "I have proof. And when the time is right, I'm coming for you." And he walked out and she looked shook, y'all. Nina and Simon is back at the office, and then Nina starts reminiscing about what the father said in the will about the genetic bloodline. And then they show some guy, like his hands, he's driving a car, he's parking and getting out of a car, he's light skinned. And Simon and Nina think that there's a sixth child because of six children, his six children or whatever. So there's another child that's missing. There's only five of them there. So then they show this little light skinned dude going in his house that looks like a cottage. So I guess he's the missing brother. Probably got a white mama. Lord, he goes in the house and he sees a suitcase, and next who you see sitting in his living room? That damn Maureen. Didn't I tell y'all she had secrets? Didn't Nina say that? Didn't I tell you she was sneaky? So she got a damn baby by goddamn Steven Richards. She wanted it. He said, "Mom, my fin, my fin." He's clearly white and black. That is Steven's son. That's why he left her so much money. And he was trying to include his son in his will. Hot damn, y'all. Here we go again. Come on, season two. Simon say, "Do we tell the others?" And Nina's like, "No, no, no." And he's like, "I think we should look for that kid." Nina say, "We already have three siblings we didn't ask for. I don't want any trouble." I mean, he's still gonna get his shares whether you find him or not. And you know, old girl know, Maureen know. Shoot, Nina said it might not even be an issue. Simon was like, "You're right, you're right. So are you sure you want to stay here?" Nina looking around the office, seeing all black people, all black everything. She like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be all right." So that is it, y'all. I think this is the longest video I ever made, but it was the season finale, so I wanted to go all out. So let's hope that there is a season two that comes out, because the fact that Nina said that it might not be a problem, you already know that means what is gonna be a problem. So if y'all could just please hit that like button, share the video, leave me a comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to know when my video is coming out, you can go ahead and hit that bell and you'll get a notification when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching my video, and y'all have a great night. Peace.